and win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. City centers hella cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant the strallies up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about Pacquiao. It's funny how the tables turn. You're not Ricky Hatton out. Tonight I have to let me put my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting batted down. Prison cell, swimming in my thoughts, trying not to drown. Shadow boxing in my pad, I hit the gym when I got out.
Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. Excited to be here for this one. I'm Todd Grisham. And here he is.
This battle.
What a pleasure to be in. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. It's all offense all the time. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Absolutely right on top of you in this very special environment here.
God, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches. The punches actually echo. If you're that party coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
Halfway through the round and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Sugar Ray is down! And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Talk about Robinson in that. What do we expect to see here in round 2? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Missing with that right hook. A perfect counter shot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. jab from these two. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that lap. On to the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well done with that counter shot. Got out of the way of that right hook. Perfect counter lands. There's a counter shot. The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Unlucky to miss with that jab. That big hook doesn't land. And he was. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What was that? Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
The straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell to start round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. No rest for the weary. Beautiful counter shot. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Straight right just misses. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson. On to the 6th round. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Good counter punching. So much firepower here. Lucky that hook didn't score. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That left uppercut doesn't score. Some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. How much? And there's the bell for round 7. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Catch and shoot. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Jab doesn't score. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there, they want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way, and they'll get so angry, so frustrated.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. In that last round.
Come on, switch on.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. They really seem to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left. Oh my God, Johnny! Crawford is dazed! Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter punch. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Crawford's legs are all over the place. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.